Good. So this code review, what it can do is, as I said, it can detect the memory leaks, buffer overflows, connection pool exhaustion, deviation from coding convention. Say, suppose in a company, integer variables, they should be declared. All the variables should be declared at the top. You cannot introduce any variable in the middle of the code. If you want to introduce a variable, first do the declaration at the top and then come to the implementation portion. So these kind of rules may be present in a company. Or all the variables should have a meaningful name. So if I am going to declare a student's name, instead of having string n, it is better to have string student name. In camel casing, or all variables should be in lower case. So those kind of convention every company will be having. Why they are having such convention? Suppose if this developer moves to another project and a new developer comes, it is easy for him to read and understand the code. So having a good coding convention improves the readability, right? And these memory leaks, buffer overflows, connection pool exhaustion, these kind of check if made, it improves the security and reliability. So when security, reliability, readability, or when they are guaranteed, then that software will be having a highest quality. So the quality is guaranteed for any software. So is this clear? Okay. So what are all the types of code review? Self-review. The developer himself reviews the code before giving for testing. He reviews it, whether I have declared all the variable, whether I have closed all the open connections, whether I have deallocated the heap memory, constructor, destructor, are they designed properly, whether have I done exception handling using try catch finally. So those kind of checks the developer does before submitting it for testing. That is the self-review. And the self-review may not be effective always, because if I am the developer of a code, I will be always having an assumption that I have done it correctly. I have done everything perfectly. I won't be doubting my code. This is applicable for everyone. Say sometimes the author who is writing a novel or a poet who is writing a poem, they will be giving it to their friends for sharing their comments. Yes? Yes or no? They will be giving those things to their friends, right? Or before you are going to give order for printing some 100 notices or banners, the press people will ask for proofreading, whether everything is correct, are there any spelling mistakes or not. So why they are giving? Because they won't believe themselves. And they can't be always right, because every human being is susceptible to do mistakes. Correct? So if our product or if our code or text, whatever it may be, if it is given to some other person, they will be having a different perspective. They are not having the impression that this is correct. So they will be having a different perspective. So they can find out some mistakes easily. That is called as peer review. Say there are 4 developers. Developer 1 reviewing developer 2's code, developer 2 reviewing developer 3, and so on. So that is peer review. And group review is all the code or all the materials, materials to be reviewed, need to be submitted to a team which has a set of reviewers. They are also called as auditors. So they will be sitting together and finding out any mistakes, etc. That is group review. So these three types, are you clear with it? Why we need such kind of review? Self-review why needed, peer review why we need, group review why we need. Are you all clear with that? Yes? Are you all clear? Come on guys, say yes or no. Are you all clear or not? I need response from you. Yes? Okay. Fine. And you have a formal code review and lightweight code review. What is this formal code review? So every line by line of code is read by the reviewer. So it involves multiple people reviewing an item, and it involves multiple phases. Say first the developer need to submit the code, then the reviewer will review it, right? Then there will be a review head who will be approving the suggestion. Once it is approved, it goes back to the developer, he incorporates it, and so on. It continues. That is a formal code review. Lightweight code review. It is just going to the developer's place, seeing through the code. Hey, this is like this. You better change like this. Give some suggestion there itself and correct it. So that is a lightweight code review. So formal is of more procedural way. Lightweight code review, it's just like that way. So both are equally effective. Correct? Formal code review can be done if we have lot of time for that. Suppose if a project has a stringent deadline, there's very less time for the developer to complete, we can go for lightweight code review. So go to the place, correct it then and there, so on. Is this clear? Yes, is that clear to you? Okay. So let me move to the next thing. So this formal review, it has a detailed process. There will be multiple participants involving in it. A reviewer, author, approver, facilitator, so on. And it involves multiple phases. As I said, submit the code, reviewer will review. The reviewed suggestion, it will be approved. Then it comes back to the developer, incorporate those changes, right? Then submit it. So it involves multiple phases. So they attend a series of meetings. The code is checked line by line for proper comments, annotations, etc. Commenting is very, very important when it comes for coding. The ratio of code is to comment should be 10:3. If you have 10 lines of code, you need to have 3 lines of comments for it. Okay, so 30 lines means you need to have 9 lines of comment. So that is the normal ratio. So wherever it is necessary, you can give comments. So normally in these formal reviews, it will be happening at the reviewer's place. So printed copies of materials are taken and they will be reviewing it and giving the suggestion. So this is a highly effective way of review. Lightweight review, this is an informal review. It's a part of normal development process that is going to the developer's place and giving the suggestion then and there and making it correct. So on, right? So over the shoulder, what it means, that is sitting next to the developer and then walking through the code. giving the suggestion, that is over the shoulder. Email pass around that source code management system. So many companies, they will be having VSS, that is Visual Source Safe, or SVN, right? Subversion, that is SVN. So those management systems automatically, if any code has been checked in or any changes has been made, it sends an email to the reviewer to check those code, right? Or you can have pair programming. Two authors, they will be developing the code at the same workstation. Again, this comes as the source safe, Visual Source Safe, source code management system. Tool assisted code review. What this means is, once you have completed developing a code, you can send it to the code review tool, right? Send as an input to the code review tool, and it will show what are all the things to be changed, etc. So when we are going to see about FXCOP, I will tell about this tool assisted code review. Right? So is this clear? So far, are you clear with this?